Chicka bow wow, chicka bow wow. Okay, you guys, back with another one. Yeah, I know. A lot of y'all probably want me to get to the nitty gritty. I promise you. This is S1340001 and 1002. When I get to my S136 series, that's when I'm finished. In the next series, I am sewing the garments together. So this is coming to an end. I had to go back and review because I was like, you got so many videos, which is a good thing, not a bad thing. And then I'm showing me starting on the white jersey with the flocked backing. So these are almost done, the videos rather. The dresses are actually done. They're packed up and ready for mailing. So yeah, it took a minute to get my process down. In other words, that's the reason I'm putting all these on there, showing my process with the white jersey with the flocked lining. Remember, this is terry jersey, and it has the loops in the back. But the white jersey with the flock lining and the green and white tartan pockets is coming up. I lost my train of thought. So in this segment right here, I'm going to start. Yeah, I'm doing way too much. But you will see 3 images of women wearing dresses similar to this one, and I put those images in here because I want to show how this can be worn, how to style it. You don't have to just wonder about it or search for it yourself. I'm putting up what I thought would work. You don't have to agree with it, but I'm trying to not just throw something out there and saying, hey, you should wear this. I'm showing what other women have done, or trans women or men, whatever. But because I really don't care. I just want y'all to buy my stuff. I got the images from Pinterest. I lose my train of thought sometimes. And I also put in here the Pinterest link for the terms of service. Pinterest says that, you know, if you post content on Pinterest, that account holders can use your content. And so that's what I did. So I have 3 images in here that show women in dresses similar to this one. And they are styling ideals for inspiration. So you will see those come up in a couple of minutes here. Right now I am checking on my stitches. This is a 4-thread Ricard serger. I forgot who bought Ricard. But it was one of the, like, one level down from the top sergers back in the day. I know some people don't think it is, but I've had this thing as long as I've had my Kenmore. If you've seen some of my earlier videos where I talk about my Kenmore, I've had it for almost 22 plus years, maybe even more. I got that thing in 1999, I think. So it's probably about 25 years, actually. And I've had this Ricard for about 22, 23 years, because I got the Kenmore first and then I got this one. This one was $4.99, or was it $3.99 when I bought it? Because the Kenmore was $1.99 when I bought it, brand spanking new, at Sears in downtown Oakland. It's now shuttered. And I got this from, if I'm not mistaken, where did I get this from? Did I order this online back then, or did I go to Berkeley Sew and Vac? Berkeley Sew and Vac, I believe. And it was like $433 or something like that. Yeah. I love this machine. It's 4-thread again, and it has a bunch of bells and whistles on it. Something that a lot of sergers or / overlocks don't come with. And I have yet to use all the functions, but since I'm back into this position now, I will be checking out a lot of those functions. So like I said, in the moment here, you're going to see the Pinterest images I put up for inspiration. Here it is, Pinterest user content, section 3, subsection B. At the end it says terms of service. And if you go to that section on Pinterest, you can see what they say about me or anyone, you know, using the images and not being penalized by having a copyright or a trademark strike. Here is the first image right here. It's a woman, and she's just styling it with tennis shoes, and it looks like a pleather jacket, hair down. I love this image. It's casual, not overdone. Looks like it could be, you know, overcast, but she's, you know, she's doing her. You see the chairs in the back? Oh, the next image. I think this is where I start sewing. Here's a woman, looks like she's maybe coming from an interview or coming from school. She has a multicolored thigh-length sweater on with black boots and that, I can't remember the name of that bag, and I should know the name of that bag, but that book bag type deal with the glasses and the hair up in a bun. The boots are just below the calf. And this one has, it was a hoodie dress, and it has a hood on it. And here is another woman with a hood on hers, with the designer bag, again, boots under the cuffs, with black and orange socks, a blazer, hair down. I can't tell if the glasses are prescription or not. So these are just some of the ways that I think you can look to for inspiration. Again, I got them from Pinterest. What I want to be able to do in the future is actually tag the people who I'm using and maybe even put a link. Corel Video Studio Plus, Ultimate Plus is what I have, 2023. There is a command tool in here that actually gives me the tools, the processes to put in a hot link, and then you can just click on the hot link, and I can have it open up in a separate page, or same. Well, you know, I don't want you to leave my content, but open up in a separate page, and you can go and see the actual post on Pinterest. That's something I want to do in the future. This is one of the videos where I'm sewing the garments together, as you can see there. I just sewed one of the shoulders. So like I said, these are coming to an end. I'm actually getting to the point where I'm putting the garments together. And as you can see, when I used the 3-thread serger, I used a tan thread. That tan thread actually matches the pockets and the belt. There's tan and red in the belt and the belt loops and the pockets. This thread here is red, and it matches the actual fabric color. So there was a method to my madness. Again, I had fun making these. I need to just, you know, grind more and get my confidence up, so I can get into producing more I keep saying mass produced, but instead of actually money to buy the fabric, but producing more than 3 or 4 pieces, because the next run is only 4 pieces. I only had so much fabric, but I did buy 2 bolts of camo fabric, but it's that real thin jersey that was used for what is it called, athletic wear. The jersey that's used now is much thicker. This is that thin stuff. It's still tough as nails. I just don't know if I'm going to use it for this. I might not. I'm thinking like windbreaker hoodies. Yeah, I have 2 bolts of that, and that's what I want I I want to do. I want to buy a minimum of 2 bolts, because when I did my my internship at Rebecca Kuhua's shop in San Francisco at Designing a Difference, she remarked maybe once or twice to me that you need at least 2 bolts to do a line. And so that's what I'm focusing on, being able to purchase 2 bolts and put out, I don't know, between 10 and 25 pieces, depending on what the garment I'm making. I remember this. You see that there? I'm looking at that. You see that there? And you saw me check the serger to make sure that the threading was, copacetic. Not cool. Not cool. So watch this. I want my viewers to know that I'm not just going to throw these things together and throw them out there and say, hey, buy this. Which is another reason I'm putting this out there, so you guys can see what I'm going through. And I'm pretty sure, if you saw in a factory, when people first got started, there were mistakes. And mistakes happen. But you have to take responsibility for them, hold yourself accountable, and correct. Don't just skip over it and act like it didn't happen. So what you're seeing here is me holding myself accountable. It was demoralizing, but I had to do it. Point blank. End of story. Full stop. They're not perfect, but who would you rather buy? And I'm not nothing against the stuff that's imported, but what if someone did not put their work online for you to see it, then you got it and it looked like that? I'm just saying. And I take a certain pride in my work, so I'm going to go back over it again, and try to figure out what I did wrong. And this machine right here, just like the Kenmore, actually all my machines are old, but they get down. It looks fine. It looks fine. So what happened? Again, I'm not perfect. I will make mistakes, but I'm not going to just cavalier. I won't be cavalier about it. It won't be slipshod. I want people to be able to know. I want people to know I am going to hold myself accountable. If I'm not mistaken, what I did, now that I think about it, what I did was I shut off the camera and I took that apart, and then I started sewing again. See, and In hindsight, maybe I should have shown you guys, but I did. I took it apart. Well, you saw me take the fabric off, but what I did was I shut the camera when I haven't cut this. What I did was I shut off the camera and then I fixed this. But I'm thinking that's not the case, because this is just one straight clip. So I'm wondering, because I know I took it apart, and you saw me sew back over it. So anyway, I got it corrected. That's the main point. So another janky beat. You've heard it before. You've heard it's coming up here. And my giveaway, the blue crushed velvet bodycon dress, the Vogue 7239, I will be giving away when I reach 2,500 subscribers. I had to measure it to make sure I cut off a ½ inch. In commercial production, the seam allowance that is cut off is usually 1/2 inch. 5/8 of an inch is used for, or used by, home sewing patterns. The Vogue 7239 has 5/8 of an inch seam allowances, and they do that so you make sure you get everything right. What I'm trying to say is, in commercial production, it's expensive. Fabric is expensive. Around the neck and certain other places, the seam allowances are 1/4 inch, and placing the fabric on the pattern on the fabric and cutting it out can cost a lot of money. So I'm not, like I said, I'm not doing one-offs. I'm doing multiple pieces. So I have to get the best practice. And as I get better, I know I'll be able to save more money, or rather maximize use of the fabric, instead of just having those big old 5/8 inch seam allowances and not utilizing that fabric in other ways. So, and it adds up. When you do mass production, those seam allowances add up. So again, my janky bead is coming up, and I have paired it with the bodycon giveaway. And what else do I have down there? I have something else down there I can't see. I'm too far away. As I get better at using the software, I'm just throwing stuff on there. I mean, I'm planning it out and everything, but yeah, it's gotta, as you can see, the please subscribe, comment, share, like, comment, share, subscribe, text messages, because I want people to see my work. So, but I'm putting more, bells and whistles in the content for you guys. Again, my janky beat, some more text messages, and then there's something else down there, but I can't remember what I put in there yesterday. I have no idea what I used. Anyway, I'll see it in a moment, and so will you guys. I had a teacher that would only use 3 needles on any length of fabric. 3. I want to get there. There it is. You must be a current subscriber to be eligible to win. So you heard my janky beat. Let me know if I'm doing too much. And you see I've put the garment together. Look at that. Come on. I have a gazillion ideals. I just have to find the time and the money and the courage to go after my dreams. Which I'm working on. I'm working on. Please like, comment, share, subscribe. I was so happy with the way the belts came out. I was totally nervous. I have to find another method though for the buckles. That's just my preference. I always could have used a buttonhole. I could have. Yep, I'm here 7 nights a week, 8 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. I am working on doing lives. I think I'm going to do lives in the afternoon. I think that's what I'm working on. So here is that other item that I can't see because I'm too far away. What is it? Oh, that's the white one coming up. That's what I put on there. That's in production now. Coming soon. The pockets are done, the belts are done, the belt loops are done, the dress is cut out. All I have to do is attach the pockets, the belt loops, and sew the dresses together. There's going to be 4 of those. And they will also go up on my Shopify. I'm also trying to find a way to get more visibility on Instagram. I think I might be leaving TikTok. So Instagram, YouTube, and something else. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to end up leaving TikTok.